Karibu YouTube! Hello, my name is Nikki Blu, and a little bit about myself. I am a poet in Southern California, and my goal has been to make a YouTube channel for quite some time now. But now I finally made one, and the point of my entire YouTube discussions will be to uplift different issues and situations in the world by using poetry. So, my subject for today is Black and Blue, and that is based on the domestic violence in the world of American couples and how it's increasing and decreasing in different situations, the points and matters of the black and blue, and what's the secret behind it. So, domestic violence is basically the topic, and I can't wait to discuss it with you. But before that, I would like to tell you a little bit about my company that I have just created not too long ago called the Poetic Fetish Movement. And that is how I got here to YouTube, with the Poetic Fetish Network. The Poetic Fetish Movement is a beautiful situation. It brings awareness about different life situations, from AIDS awareness to the struggles of your first day of ninth grade. It brings that all into light with poetry. I feel like poetry can solve any situation, any problem, and why not bring it to light, right? Why not bring it to the world? That's what I'm doing for you, YouTube, and any viewers. So pass it on, and definitely get on the bandwagon of the poetic fetish movement. My apologies. So, my next situation here will be to tell you to add. This is the only time I will promote anything. And right now I am telling you to add me onto your favorites here on YouTube. Add me on Facebook. Add me on Proud Poets on Facebook. It is actually Proud Poets, smiley face. It is a wonderful, wonderful group that I created. And we're actually a family. We're growing very slowly but surely. It is a beautiful situation. You definitely should get involved. Every poet everywhere. Join Proud Poets, smiley face, on Facebook.com. You won't regret it. So, in honor of our talk and our discussion today, I will read you a poem that I wrote in honor of the discussion. I named it Black and Blue. My hair was black, my eyes were light blue, and you were cherished. You loved them. My skin was milk chocolate, my lips were strawberry red, and you loved them. My wrists wore diamonds, my neck wore pearls, and you bought them. You adored the fragrance of my innocence, when my mistakes meant nothing more than what they were. My hair was black, and my eyes were blue. 6 months later, my hair is still black. My eyes are dark blue, with a splash of purple around the lids to add flare. My lips are black. My blood is strawberry red. Now that you don't love them like you used to. Now my wrists wear the imprint of your palm print, and my neck wear the indentions of your fist. I wear the fragrance of your skin as a cloak to hide my mistakes. My body is milk chocolate with black and blue polka dots. I am a limited edition now. I lost myself in the dark circles of my black and blues, and I want to wake up to the mirror, to that day before yesterday, when my hair was still black and my eyes were like this. I wrote that poem in the conscience of a woman that has been beaten, that was once in love, and now her love was the bruises of a fist. It's hard to swallow, but it's true, and it's the truth. And with that being said, on to our discussion. I'm going to read you a few statistics about domestic violence, just so you can get a feel of how serious and how it's increasing so much. I want your opinions. I want you to tell me how you feel about this. situation and how you feel that the poetic fetish movement can change it or rearrange it, if you will. Statistic number 1. Of the almost 3.5 million violent crimes committed against family members, 49% of these crimes were against spouses. Now, with that being said, 49% of the crimes against spouses, is that a situation? Is that enough to call in the hogs? You know, is that enough to really call bad? You know, because when people think, oh, 49% out of 100, it's not a big deal. Is it not? Is it? Who are we to judge? And with these 49% of crimes that are committed against spouses, how many spouses allow those crimes? Think about that, America, and then I want you to come back to me and tell me how you're feeling about it. I want you to comment on it. I want you to tell me your truth and what you feel is behind the black and blue, because this is how I feel. This is how I feel. This is what I feel is behind the black and blue. I feel like, when is violence acceptable, so to speak? Are most cases of violence allowed by the victim? So to speak, do these women or these men agree to the violent act? Do these men and women agree to the situation that they're in? Such as, do they like to be beaten? Do some women enjoy the struggle of a man? Let me know. Tell me how you're feeling. Next statistic. Males were 83% of spouse murders and 75% of dating murders. Funny, because so many women claim the victim role. But when the male starts to claim the victim role, it's more of a laughing matter. It's more of a, okay, it couldn't have occurred. Who are you to judge? Who are you to say that the male species is just not as much as affected as a victim than another? When is a woman more superior to be a victim than a male? Is domestic violence okay to more of the male spouse than it is for the female spouse? Why is the female spouse more superior in domestic violence than the male? Let me know. Do you feel that the female spouse is more superior? In my case, I do believe that the female spouse is more superior. I do feel like women claim the victim card more than the men have the time to. And if men are being beaten just as much as women, judging by the statistic, 83% says they are, who are the police not to believe these men? Who are the women not to say, I hit him? Who are we? Who are we to play the victims if the men can't play the victims? Let me know. Tell me how you feel. Comment, please. I'm all ears. My next situation right now is going to be the comments from Hunter S. Thompson, who's actually a world-renowned writer. She goes on to say, I hate to advocate drugs, alcohol, violence, or insanity, but they've always worked for me. I love how she said that, because it goes on for me to ask the question, does violence work for some couples and some people? Should we respect the fact that violence works for their relationship? Is it alright not to respect it? That's the question at hand, ladies and gentlemen. Is it our place not to respect what a person allows in their marriage, their relationship? Is it our place to call the police at 2 in the morning because we feel like they're being hurt? Or are they just getting what they want? And then you get upset when you're at the police station getting cursed out by the same woman who has a black eye and a blue lip because she didn't appreciate you sending her husband in jail for the night. Do these women allow these situations? Do these men allow these situations? Is this why most men are considered clowns of the abusive world? Because they allow their women to beat them. Is that why it's a comedy act? when men are being abused? Is it funny? Let me know. Let me know, people. My next question is, are most cases of violence more of a contribution to the relationship, or is it really something that's being taken away? I see so many couples enjoy being handled roughly in a dispute because it more so puts the woman in check, so they say. So if you enjoy your man to put you in check, is it only okay for him to abuse you on your convenience? I think not. I think if you enjoy being abused occasionally, you should enjoy being abused all the time, sweetie, because there shouldn't be a certain day, okay, I want to get beat up on Thursday, but don't hit me on Tuesday because I have dinner with my mom on Wednesday. If you want him to kick your ass, then he's going to have to beat you up every day of the week. Don't bite the bristle if you don't want to take it. I'm telling you, statistic number 3. In 2002, 81% of U.S. calculated homicide deaths were reported to be crimes of their spouses. 81%. 81% of deaths in our country in 2002 were husbands and wives killing each other, murdering each other. Ladies and gentlemen, open up your ears. Listen, 81% in 2002. It has grown by 53% since 2002. We're in 2011 now. It's grown by 53%. That means almost all deaths are by the hands of violence. That's insane. That's insanity. Or is it? Because it goes to say, is Miss Hunter S. Thompson wrong? Does she get put on a fine line? Does she get put in the gray area because drugs, alcohol, violence, and insanity works for her? Does that mean that she's a bad person because it doesn't work for the rest of the world? Who are you to judge her? If it works for her, as she said, I'll read her quote again, Miss Hunter S. Thompson, Google. I hate to advocate drugs, alcohol, violence, or insanity, but they always worked for me. Not some of the time, not here and there, not in 2006, but not for 2007. It has worked for her all the time. Who are you to judge Miss Thompson on what works for her all the time? And in the same sense, who are we to judge women and men who promote domestic violence in their relationships? But who are we not to? Because see, in my case, I'm not one to promote the violence. Am I one to promote happiness in a relationship? Yes. But just because violence is not considered happiness to one, does that mean that it's not considered happiness to another? I want you to talk to me, America. I want you to tell me how you're feeling, because I'm all ears. Nikki Blu is here to listen. Write me a poem. Write me your truth about the behind the scenes of Black and Blues. I want to hear your side of the Black and Blues. I want you to tell me your story. I want you to tell me how you feel. There will be a part 2 to today's discussion of the Black and Blues. Thank you so much for joining this discussion. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please tune in again. There will be another show next week. Brilliant, 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 brilliant poetry and love. A whole bunch of love, a whole bunch of promotion. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to add me, Nikki Kennedy, Nikkicanody, on Facebook.com. Don't forget to add Proud Poet Smiley Face at Facebook.com. Don't forget to add me on YouTube. Join the movement. Thank you so freaking much. Poetic Fetish Movement is on a rise. This is Nikki Blu with Poetic Fetish Network. Thank you so much. Changing the world one poem at a time. Thank you so much again, you guys. And remember the ending quote, no abuse is worse than self-abuse. You only do what people let you do. This is Nikki Blu, Poetic. Good night.